Hey, I want to ask y'all a question real quick because I'm gonna talk a lot and I'm gonna go off track. But this is a question: what in the hell happened in this video? Everybody, this is your boy DrkBLADExx of Dark Enforcers Gaming Network, aka Black Hawk, Division Leader for DCUO. What's going on? What's good with you, pimp? I did not know what to call this video. I almost didn't even upload it. I didn't know where to call it: epic plug runs or to call this DEO epic fails. I didn't know what the hell to call this. Because at one point I was like, I'm the only DE member in this raid, so I could say pug runs easily fits. Then I thought this shit was a fucking fail, and I also thought, shit, I got a couple of epic runs where it's just me. So I mean, hey, whatever. So that's what it is now. It's epic fails. So welcome to this. I am not sure how this shit happened. How does a group of people who are way beyond the content not know how to? It's beyond me. Okay, I can actually give you a couple reasons why, but still, just bear with me. Just bear with me. All right, everybody knows this content, right? This is the easy ass content. This is the content that you can go in at CR 105. When this content came out, the highest CR was 115, 116. 116 if you had every damn thing, right? But yeah, 116. That was the highest CR you could get to when this shit came out. All right. We got people in here at 150, so we talking when I did this, the highest CRs were like 155, 156, you know what I'm saying? 155. So what is going on with this group? Like, that is several DLC. How do you get that high up in the DLC and not know how to play the old stuff?
A customer.
Okay, I can go back to FOS. I'm saying I can go back to Outer. I can go back to Love and War. I can go back to anything that's old. Okay, well, you see, look at my CR. 11 War is not that old compared to my CR, but you know what I mean. Like shit, I can go back to Gates. I can go back to Black. Not I'm not saying. I can go back to Black Dawn. I can go back to Vengeance. You know what I'm saying? How do you not know what to do here? I think it's a little bit like I ain't trying to make no excuse for them, but it's a little bit like high school, like saying, you know, saying from ninth grade to 10th grade to 11th grade, you know what to do, but as soon as you get to that 12th grade, you got like the senioritis, you know what I'm saying? Feel like you top dog, like can't nobody bring you down but you, and you ain't gonna never do that, so fuck it. Do what you want, but that's senioritis. I feel that's kind of what's going on here. I feel like they slipping up just because they got the high CR. And they think they can just disregard shit. For those of you who don't know, this is the room where you have to fight the Forge Master. Alright. I don't really care what CR you're at. Okay, currently right now we got like 191. However, as far as top CR. However, back then, we only had the, 155. Oh, this thing will kill 170s, 175s. So unless you 191 right now, you probably will stand a chance. You probably be straight. But 170 on down, don't even do that. Just follow the recipe. Okay, everybody knows what to do, man. You get in here, you stand along the walls of the room. You stand in the center of the room before it gets aggravated, and now you have all types of ads in the room. Ads that can one-shot you. You're not supposed to do anything. Not even the tank himself should be standing in the middle of the room. Everybody should touch that wall. Every single damn body. Now the tank's gonna be like, well, if I'm touching the wall, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing? That's when you tell the tank you ain't supposed to be doing a damn thing. Matter of fact, you get to relax. Just touch that wall and chill. The best way of beating this room is to have your troll do it. That's right, yeah, your troll. Y'all come in the room, everybody touch that roll. The troll stuns them so that they can't move, can't do nothing. Now DPS just kill. That's it. There is no need for a tank here. If the tank is tanking when you first come into this room, you pretty much asking to get killed. Everybody knows that, man. But some people just can't get it. Okay, look at the time right now. How long did we stay in this room? Oh my god. Boggles the fucking mind. Now don't get me wrong, you don't gotta stay on the wrong the whole damn time. Once the Fort Master comes out, you are now free to move about the country all you fucking want, you know, inside that room. But you gotta get there first. And that's the strategy for when you're at low level or to come into the room. You know what I'm saying? That's not a high level strategy, but there's really no reason to change that strategy. Especially if you give a damn about anybody who's in your group, which I guess they didn't, because almost everybody here is 140 and up, except for, you know, me and like 2 other people that like. But anyway, let me get back to what I'm saying. So like, I see this shit happen all the time. Like, I see it all the time, no matter what I go into. I see it all the time, where like a person gets like left behind, or a person just doesn't care about the rest of the group. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's kind of like the same thing. But anyway, like I see it all the time. And sometimes it's like, well, that guy's just a high CR. He just want to get through it fast, or you know, something along those lines. But what I'm saying is, have you guys ever like really thought to think about it and look at stuff or go to websites that they have like the census for shit? Did y'all know it's a lot more common for people to have really high CRs? You're talking like 190, 191, and to have only like 60 skill points or 50 or less than that. Surprisingly less than that, because you're bound to get some feats just beating stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're bound to get random skill points. So, but it is more common for you to have, I want to say like 60 or 70 skill points and be 190, 191 than it is for you to be that same CR and have 200, 250, 300, 307, 306. You know what I'm saying? Oh yes, yes. Just so y'all know that. We're past 300 skill points right now. Just so y'all know that. Here's a little tad bit. Here's a little note. Here's a little note. Did y'all know back when the game launched, there was like 360 skill points in the game at that time though? Like people will say no, there wasn't. No, there wasn't. Yes, there was. There was just no way of getting it all, because nobody was really trying to get it all at the time. And on top of that, they took a lot of feats out the game. Like, for all you guys been playing since beta, since launch, think about that. Y'all remember some, I know y'all seen some feats in the game that certainly are not there anymore. They took a lot of stuff out. But anyway, oh well. But anywho, that's not even about that. What I'm getting at is, it's more common to see high CRs with low SP in the game. And that's one of the reasons why no matter what you go into, you're going to see somebody who is a really overpowered character playing low content. And that's because everybody knows this is complete logic. And, well, actually, before I get back onto that thought, let me come back here to this point right here. Why is it that nobody can, like, get or understand this? Like finally, like it's been, like look at the time. We just now get into this, like what's going on. It'll make no sense. But anyway, but like I was saying now, it is complete. It's just common sense, I think, at this point, that the higher your CR is, the easier it is to do lower content, or content that's way below your CR level. Everybody knows that, right? And along with doing content like that, everybody also knows that it also makes feats easier to accomplish. For instance, feats where you just have to live through something. Now you got higher gear, now it's easier to live your suit. Everybody knows that, right? And that's why you're going to continue to see, or go into raids that are, even though they're way below the current content in the game. And by current content, I mean the highest content available. Like, for instance, right now we're talking about Amazon Fury Part 3. But what I'm saying is, I could go into Blackest Dawn, or I can go into Gates, or I can go into, well, right now, where we're in, Halls of Hades. I can go into Lab, you know, and I'm guaranteed that there's going to be somebody in the group, or many people in the group, who are high CRs. Maybe not 190, not 181, but you know, higher than the content. And that is because it's a lot easier to get skill points when you're a higher CR. That's just how the game is. Not just that, that's mostly because a lot of people, well, I can't speak for everybody, but this seems to be the general thing. Maybe I'm just being too nice when I say it. I know a lot of people are going to say something else different, but this is what I personally think. I think people just say, I'm going to come back to it later. I'm just going to get here, just be it, and I ain't worried about skill points. I'll come back to it later. You know, a couple tiers later. I ain't worried about it. I know there's a lot of people that think it's not even that. It's just that they can't fucking do it, period. Until they have the gear that lets them survive. Now, I don't think that. I just think that they weren't even trying. They weren't even thinking about it. Like, it was not one of their things to do list. Like, they came in here, they saw the feats and stuff, and they were like, this has nothing to do with my getting my gear and nothing like that. Fuck it. And there's also people that don't find it fun, period. Like, that's not fun. I'm not doing that. That's extra shit. Yeah. But yeah, that's the reason that you're going to keep seeing people that are really high CR going into low content. Another thing that popped in my head while I'm watching the video is, with all these high CRs, didn't anyone think to make sure that everybody was in the room and that somebody had the weapon? You'd think that. But I guess not. But yeah. It really makes me wonder why there are such high CRs that come in here and not know what to do. Of course, I'm reminded of the fact that people carry, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna say too much more about it. What I will say is that I was just a little irked. I'm not mad, but I was a little irked. So I kind of singled out Green in this raid when I was typing stuff and doing other things. And I also, as you can see right here, I added him to my ignore list. And yeah, I added you to my ignore list. Like, look, you're 104, so I know you don't know what you're doing here. Because you're 104. Now, of course, you're not exactly 104. Your overall CR has to be higher than that. Or at least your other role. Something has to be over 104 because it takes you 105 to get here. At least. But what I'm saying is this. At this level in the game, like, why does it take you so long to grip the fact that, or not even that, when someone's giving you advice in the game, why don't you even think to use it? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I know what I'm talking about, or maybe I don't. You didn't even try to even think that way. You just kept doing your own thing, and you saw that wasn't working. Like, we were dying. You didn't even think to even try it out. Like, what's worse that could happen? We keep dying? Like, you know what's going on? What's wrong? Try something. But that's not even it. Like, if you look back in this video, and go ahead and rewind if you want to, you would have saw that why Green wouldn't listen to what anybody was saying. Mostly myself, because I think I was the only person that was actually giving out actual instructions. But he wasn't even doing his role. Like, he queued in to be a troll, and he decided that he didn't want to do any of that. That wasn't the role he was going to be. Matter of fact, we had somebody who was a higher CR than him that decided to stop DPSing just so that they could troll because he wasn't going to do his role. So not only do we have somebody in the group that wasn't playing their role, which if that's the role you're going to be, if you're going to be a role, we need you to do that. Don't do something else. So, you know, not only do we have somebody that's not going to be that role, we got somebody who's also not listening to advice and purposely getting us killed, pretty much. So yeah, I added him to my NAR list, because even though you're a low CR and you're the level to come in here, which means you don't really know what to do, and that's cool. Because I don't expect you to do it. When I come in here and I see people who are low, I don't expect them to know what to do. So sometimes you gotta go out there and you gotta tell people. So I get that. So I'm not gonna sit here and say, hey, this guy didn't know what to do. This is bullshit, man. Come on. do this, do that. And I'm going to say, hey, you need to do this, and I'm going to explain why this happened. And that's who I am. I'm going to explain stuff instead of just, you know, ripping your head off and saying, why aren't you acting right? That's not me. But when I see that you just quite blatantly just don't give a fuck about anything, I'm hitting the ignore list. I'm not sending you no PMs, not sending you no messages. I'm not that. It's not that serious. I'm just adding you to ignore list. I'm moving the fuck on. Cause no fucks. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I got a whole bunch of videos coming in. See you guys later. This is DrkBLADExx of Dark Enforcers, aka Black Hawk Division Leader for DCUO. Dark Enforcers, Darkness Rises. Holla.